All right. So I guess now you understand what the plan was.
Absolutely. At Colts Law, we talk Indianapolis Colts football.
We're going to stick to what we know, fundamentals and technique, 1% better every day.
All right. So I guess now you understand what the plan was.
Absolutely. At Colts Law, we talk Indianapolis Colts football.
We're going to stick to what we know, fundamentals and technique, 1% better every day.
All right. So I guess now you understand what the plan was.
Absolutely. At Colts Law, we talk Indianapolis Colts football.
We're going to stick to what we know, fundamentals and technique, 1% better every day.
All right. So I guess now you understand what the plan was.
Absolutely. At Colts Law, we talk Indianapolis Colts football.
We're going to stick to what we know, fundamentals and technique, 1% better every day.
All right. So I guess now you understand what the plan was.
Absolutely. At Colts Law, we talk Indianapolis Colts football.
We're going to stick to what we know, fundamentals and technique, 1% better every day.
All right. So I guess now you understand what the plan was.
Absolutely. At Colts Law, we talk Indianapolis Colts football.
We're going to stick to what we know, fundamentals and technique, 1% better every day.
All right. So I guess now you understand what the plan was.
Absolutely. At Colts Law, we talk Indianapolis Colts football.
We're going to stick to what we know, fundamentals and technique, 1% better every day.
All right. So I guess now you understand what the plan was.
Absolutely. At Colts Law, we talk Indianapolis Colts football.
We're going to stick to what we know, fundamentals and technique, 1% better every day.
All right. So I guess now you understand what the plan was.
Absolutely. At Colts Law, we talk Indianapolis Colts football.
We're going to stick to what we know, fundamentals and technique, 1% better every day.
All right. So I guess now you understand what the plan was.
Absolutely. At Colts Law, we talk Indianapolis Colts football.
We're going to stick to what we know, fundamentals and technique, 1% better every day.
All right, I got my sound back on. Welcome, everyone. I'm Lawrence Owen. This is Colts Law, and I am here live again with you. Now, today, something new. I am multi-streaming right now. I am on Sportscaster Live. I am on YouTube. So you can check me out on either platform. Today, should other teams try to emulate the Chiefs' offensive build? I mean, over the last couple seasons, it seems like they are almost unstoppable. The only team in the NFL in the past 2 seasons that's been able to keep the Kansas City Chiefs under 2 touchdown score has been the Indianapolis Colts. Only one team in 2 years have been able to do that. Everybody knows what the Chiefs' offensive build is, right? Speed, speed, speed. You look right up here, you got Tyreek Hill that runs a 4.34. You got McCole Hardman, 4.33. Sammy Watkins is a 4.43. Damian Williams, the running back, is a 4.45. Holy crap. And we're not even talking about Travis Kelce, the outstanding tight end. One of the top 3 tight ends in the NFL. And then what makes this offense go? Well, of course, the head coach and the quarterback. Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, great people. Yeah, baby. Thanks for joining the stream. Same with Ravens Fan 19. Appreciate you being here. Okay, so here's the deal. Man, I don't know. You sit here and you look at it and you're like, man, I've seen all over Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, people saying we need to emulate the Chiefs' offense. We got to copy the Chiefs' offense. Man, I look at it. You can't emulate the Chiefs' offense. You just can't. It's not possible. There's one team in the NFL right now that has a chance at emulating the Chiefs' offense, and they kind of got it. They just need a better tight end. And that's the Houston Texans. Why is that? It's all based on the quarterback, right? And even then, they don't have a chance to do it because of their head coach. Their head coach isn't Andy Reid. Their head coach isn't an offensive supermind, right? They have the quarterback, Deshaun Watson, that is kind of in the similar mold of Patrick Mahomes. And that's where the basis of this entire offense is built. Speed, speed, more speed, with the ability of Patrick Mahomes to be able to use his legs and his arm, his many, many talents, to extend plays so that speed can be useful. I mean, how are you supposed to actually duplicate something like that? There ain't a lot of people out there that these small, fast receivers that can stretch the field that has the route running, the offensive savvy to be able to look and see the defense and how it's set up and to be able to find open spots on the field. There's a few out there. Antonio Brown was one of them before he went a little woohoo. Tyreek Hill. T.Y. Hilton. Another one of those guys. Okay? That can do that. But just because you have elite speed in the NFL at wide receiver does not make you a prime candidate or allows you to have an offense like the Kansas City Chiefs. Philip Dorsett, he has elite speed. But is he a T.Y. Hilton? No. Is he a Tyreek Hill? No. You cannot expect that just because you go out and you draft Henry Ruggs. Or you draft a Jones. Dodger Blue Steph, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. Just Seagal, again, appreciate you being here as well. Just because you have this stuff does not mean that you can duplicate it. Like I said, first you need an offensive-minded head coach. You need a Sean Payton. You need an Andy Reid. You need a Frank Reich. You need guys like that. Then you need the quarterback. Those are your 2 building blocks. And just because there's guys out, I've heard a lot of people say, well, there's a couple quarterbacks right now in the draft, like Love, like Tua, that could be Patrick Mahomes-like. But that doesn't mean that they will be. Right? just because you see them and they kind of remind you of that quarterback doesn't mean that's how it's going to end up being. Just, it's the same way as, the wide receivers. For every Tyreek Hill and T.Y. Hilton, you end up with a Philip Dorsett. At quarterback, it's more so. For every Patrick Mahomes, you have many quarterbacks that end up failing. Okay? You have an RG3 or someone of that nature. Thanks for following me, Seagal. Appreciate you. You cannot emulate the Chiefs' offense. And really, when you come to think about it, why would you? All right? Every year, a new team comes up with some brand new scheme, new trend offensively. Every year. Does it stay solid every year? No. Defenses in the NFL, they last year to year to year. Offensive schemes do not last from year to year. They don't. And why? Because once a team like Kansas City, like the Rams back in the day, the greatest show on turf, once a team starts to build on a specific scheme, every other team in the NFL begins to scheme a way to stop it. And then it doesn't become this, oh my God, unstoppable offense anymore. Right? Look at the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson and the running game and the way that whole situation started. The end of the year before last and all through this past year, they just looked like they were unstoppable on offense because of that scheme. What happens? They get into the playoffs and they get matched out. Defensively, offensively, the teams scheme to be able to beat them. Now, not every team is able to beat them with the running game, but defensively, they can slow up an offense like that. Kansas City, how do you stop the Kansas City Chiefs? Well, let's look back at the only team in the NFL in the last 2 years that's been able to stop Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and this Kansas City offense. Let's go back to week 5, right? Let's go back to the Indianapolis Colts going into Arrowhead and stopping them, making them put up the least amount of points in the last 2 seasons. What did they do? Number 1, they ran the football, kept the offense off the field. Number 2, they played man press coverage against those wide receivers and went after Mahomes. They contained the edges, make sure that Patrick Mahomes can't get outside to be able to create more time for those wide receivers to get away from that man coverage, and you get to him. You get to him, you fluster him. All right? That's how it happens. And in that process of doing that, Patrick Mahomes ended up re-injuring that ankle. Why? Because he could not escape. The ends sealed the edges. The only place that he really had to go was forward. And if he went forward, that means he had to run once he got past that line of scrimmage. That's how you stop him. You contain him and you pressure him. And you play very hard, man-to-man, in your face, man coverage. Because all that speed does not mean that they're great. Hey, Jay writes about sports. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. Just because you have speed does not mean that you can get open. Yes, lots of speed is great, but you also need a wide receiver that can actually go up and get 50-50 balls in a situation where the quarterback has nowhere to go. All right? When he's under pressure and you need somewhere to go, you need a wide receiver like Julio Jones. You need a wide receiver like DeAndre Hopkins. You need someone out there that can go up and do a 50-50 ball. Kansas City doesn't have that. They have all small, fast wide receivers. And unless you got a Patrick Mahomes to be able to actually, like I said earlier, to be able to extend the play so that those speed receivers can get open, there's no way. There's no way that your emulated offense is going to succeed. It is never good to follow a trend. Never ever follow someone setting trends. Be a trendsetter in the NFL. In the NFL, you need to set the trends, not follow it. Andy Reid started this trend. Andy Reid is a very brilliant offensive mind. He's not going to stick with it. When other teams start to catch on how to defeat this, he's going to adjust that offense. He's going to adjust things and set a new trend. Because he's a trend setter, not a trend follower. If you follow this trend, you're going to get caught up in the backwash, and you're ultimately end up going to fail. Set your own trend. Make teams adjust to you. Don't adjust to them. That's how you find offensive success in the NFL. That's all I'm saying. I mean, think about it. You're going to try to emulate another team. How many years does it take to get the personnel to emulate someone else? 2, 3 years? To go out and draft and do free agency to emulate an offense? By that time, that offense has been defeated. That other teams in the NFL know how to beat that. Then you're screwed. Then you're screwed. Don't go that route. If you want a great offense, you need a great offensive mind at the head coaching position or the offensive coordinator position, whoever's running that offense. And they need to set their own trends, set their own ways of going about things. Make other teams adjust to you. Don't adjust. Because if you, like I said, I mean, you might go out and try to get a bunch of Sammy Watkins and McCole Hardmans and Tyreek Hills like we got up here. You might try to find a Travis Kelce or a Patrick Mahomes. 2 or 3 years of trying that. How many times are you going to fail trying to get someone like that in the draft or free agency? Huh? You'd have to hit every stinking time just to get it done inside 2 or 3 years. It's not going to happen. Because you'd have to hit every time. And odds are, like I said, 75% of the time when you go for a draft and you think you got somebody like that, they end up having failings somewhere. You might be incredibly fast, but you're too small to go up for a 50-50 ball. You might be incredibly fast, but your field vision, your field awareness, knowing what the defense is, where the defense is sitting and be able to find the open spots might be lacking. You might not have the upper body strength to be able to come off that line clean in man-to-man press coverage. Your route running might be something that leaves the offense wanting more. You gotta go with what you have. Have a mindset on what you want as a coach or as an offensive coordinator and build to what you want, not what someone else has. Be your own trendsetter. Frank Reich, Sean Payton, Andy Reid. Now, there's a few others that I'm forgetting about. These are guys that set trends. I'm not going into whether or not the Colts have the ability or the Patriots have the ability to emulate someone else. Because these are not guys that are going to go out there and try to emulate someone else. They are going to try to build what they have. around the talent they have currently available. If Patrick Mahomes goes down for like a half a season or a season, God forbid, because he's a great talent, I wouldn't want to see that happen at all. But I'm just saying, let's say he goes down for like 8 weeks to a year. They have to rely on another quarterback. How successful will this offense be? How successful would this offense be with a quarterback that's not mobile, that doesn't have the accuracy or the natural instincts that Patrick Mahomes has? They're going to crash and burn, and you know this. Just like earlier in the season, when he was hurting, wasn't able to be as mobile. Who ends up beating 3 teams in the AFC South, or in the AFC South, defeated Kansas City. All 3 of them used the exact same way of doing it through the regular season. All 3 of them. The Indianapolis Colts, the Tennessee Titans, the Houston Texans. They ran the ball, controlled the clock, played up close man press coverage, and beat them. All 3 of them did. You need a healthy guy like Mahomes to make this offense run. You're not going to find that. Is Jordan Love and Tua Tagovailoa going to be able to do it? Who knows? They may be the next Patrick Mahomes. They may be duds. Don't go into this draft thinking that's what you're doing. You got to set your own. And if you don't, you're going to be in serious trouble. Set your own trends. Hey, while I'm here, I just want you to remember, I am on Sportscaster, Colts Law, USN. I'm also right now streaming on YouTube. Welcome everybody on YouTube. On my Lawrence Owen Colts Law page, all you gotta do is just look for that tag. You'll find my streams. This is the newest stream that I have on YouTube. It's my better one. Also on Sportscaster, go up here to the search bar, type in USN. You'll find dozens upon dozens of people with USN after their name. That means they're part of Unwrapped Sports Network. Go check them out, man. We've got tons of people cover everything from football, baseball, basketball, wrestling, racing, MMA, boxing, you name it, they cover it. Check out their profile. See if it's someone you like. Give them a follow. While you're at it, don't forget to give me a follow. And if you can't follow me because you don't have an account here on Sportscaster, after this stream is over with, please, 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 go. Spend 30 seconds, make a profile. Give me a follow. Don't forget to smash that like button down there. Let me know you appreciate this stream, this content that I'm bringing you, so I know to bring more streams very similar to this one. But I think that's it for me. Also, hey, I have, if you're watching on YouTube, in the description, I have a link on my YouTube video for a one-time only donation to my page. Any donations that you give me, man, I would really appreciate it. It would help me continue bringing streams like this to you, upgrade streams, make them better, send out more content. And, of course, you get shout-outs. But, hey, Jay writes about sports, Seagal, Dodger Blue Steph, Yow Baby, Ravens fan, everyone else that's been sitting here watching this, thank you so much. If you agree with me, smash that favorite button, smash that likes. I need you. I need this to work out for me, for you, and for everyone. Because, quite frankly, there are a lot of people out there NFL fan-wise that thinks that the Kansas City Chiefs is the way to go. And it's not. It's the way to go for them. But it's not going to be the way to go for your team. Like I said, the next closest guy, quarterback-wise, in my opinion, in the NFL right now is Deshaun Watson. But they don't have the offensive mind of Andy Reid. They don't have a tight end like Travis Kelce. They got some offensive weapons. They have Fuller. He's really fast if he can stay healthy. The Colts, yes, they might get Love in the draft. And do they have speed at wide receiver? Absolutely. They got T.Y. Hilton. They got Paris Campbell. They got Jack Doyle at tight end. He's not Travis Kelce, but he's solid enough. But there's no guarantee that Love is going to end up being anywhere near Patrick Mahomes like. He's right on that line. He could succeed or he could crash horribly. Same with Tua. I want to thank everyone that's here. Thank everybody else that's been with me all this time on Sportscaster. It's one of my favorite places to stream. I will be streaming, like I said, more often live now that I have a multi-stream platform to be able to send these streams out to multiple places. I will probably try to get on Twitch, Facebook, wherever, you know. If you have any ideas for other stuff, let me know. But I most appreciate everything that you do for me, because it's stuff that you talk to me about that gives me ideas for content like this. And until next time, I'm Lawrence Owen. This is Colts Law, and I want you to have a good one.